Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of South by Sudvest. I am Mr. Cellophane. If you happen to have been enjoying this series so far, and I'm assuming you are because you are here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, please, and thank you. Wanted to get that out of the way. We begin on the page of our coach, Gunther Gross. The reason being he has successfully completed his National A license. Still not a great manager overall. We did pump in a lot of our early points into working with youngsters and his youngster knowledge because we knew we were going to have, generally speaking, a fairly young team, getting a little better on the technical end, a little better on the tactical end, discipline, motivating, both up to 9, so hopefully we'll get another coaching course soon. We're not going to ask the board for one now because our financial picture is somewhat dire. We are 4 million euros in the hole. We did get a little bit more money as we entered the transfer window. We're going to get to those transfers in just a second, because we actually upped our expectation from avoiding relegation to being in the relegation playoff, to avoiding relegation. At the time, we were 4 points out of the relegation zone, a team or two in between us. But we're playing fairly solid football with an average of about a point per match. So I rolled the dice and I thought that we would be good to do that. And of course, we did this coming off of a 1-4 loss to Karlsruhe. So we thought we were going to be able to make... We got a little more transfer money, a little more wage budget. Thought we were going to make some big moves in the transfer window. Sadly, that is not exactly what happened. We did make moves, and we have a couple that are in the works, I hope. A few of them for free transfers, which we'll get to at the beginning of the season. Those are guys who are going to be coming in at the end of their contracts. We are trying to move on. I'm going to go back to the screen for a minute. Arne Zicker, he, if you remember, is the backup left back on this team behind Morris Neubauer. He played a little bit. He was complaining that he wasn't playing enough, but Neubauer is, frankly, one of our best players on the team. I tried him. I tried to play him, and I tried to make him work. 3 appearances, 2 of them starts in the Bundesliga. Absolutely nothing. 83% tackle win percentage, not bad. In the friendlies that we were playing during the winter break, again, absolutely nothing. Did manage to get 1 assist, but also managed to pick up a number of... He was just problematic. He was making a lot of bad passes, things that we were seeing in the match engine. So tried to get rid of him. Haven't been super successful. Finally got a couple of offers in from an intermediary, from Zwolle and Vitesse. Zwolle, he agreed to go, but he wanted like a 33,000 euro payoff. And I'm like, I want you out of here, but not that badly, where I'm giving back most of the transfer fee. Most of the business we did was trimming youngsters from our under 18s. All of these guys here were making 400 euros a week, and none of them were ever going to feature in our first team if I could help it. It would be over my dead body. So I figured we'd just save a ton of money doing that. We did want to send out additional players. We wanted to get Zicker out. We wanted to get our 37-year-old backup striker Kofi out. And we just were not getting any takers. The only deal we were able to pull off was a loan move to ELVERSBERG for Sebastian Zaftig. Now, he was getting a little bit of playing time. He actually made 2 starts in the Dritte League. He wasn't very good. We've really been trying to figure out what we're doing with our midfield, and that is why we did bring in Joshua Mies, 27 years old. I think we paid like 5,500 euros for him. We needed a backup on the wing to Yannick Rochelt, Babase Kante, just not really getting it done, and he's only here on loan. Joseph Boyamba wanted more playing time, but wasn't really giving us anything in the playing time we were giving him. So we just wanted to go in what we felt was going to be a more permanent direction as a backup to Yannick Rochelt. He could also play on the right-hand side because Paul Vonner is not going to be here forever. We even thought about trading him potentially. He's got decent enough marking and tackling. Maybe convert him into a left back if absolutely necessary. We did make one other move in, and that is for 24-year-old Aaron Manu, coming in on loan from RW Essen. His contract, though, is up at the end of the summer. They wanted a fee for him if we were going to get him permanently now, but we were able to get him in on loan for basically nothing. We're paying $575 a week, so I guess we're paying his salary, but $575 a week just really isn't much. Did make one start first. We will get to that in just a second as we go through the results. We had this long winter break, finally came back, played at home against Hannover 96. Now, this one we were a bit unlucky. I think we did make a minor tactical tweak. I'll get to that in a little bit. Just with our left back and our wingers and just our fullbacks and our wingers, basically how they're interacting with each other, and also trying to get just a little bit more activity out of the midfield. Now, Stock hit the crossbar. Vonner and Fajir dragged shots across the goal mouth. Luka Derholtz, 3 clear-cut chances, a pair for Vonner, a pair for Stock. So we were actually much more creative in this match. We were just absolutely unlucky. Now, Neubauer, who had been out on injury for a while, was available for this match. He was on the bench, still not fully fit. So we ended up playing Hugo Vandermeersch, the right back, at left back, and he had himself a pretty nice game. In fact, he covered 8.5 miles on the pitch, because at this point I had already lost all of my faith in Zicker. So another non-win, which we followed up with another non-win, this time on the road at bottom of the table, Hansa Rostock. Again, we got unlucky. A Stock handball negated a potential goal. Jakob tipped a corner over, or had a corner kick tipped over, so lots of chances we took. Hansa Rostock was able to take the lead in the 78th minute. Proje volleyed across. Like, literally, the ball comes to him. He doesn't even let it hit the ground. Volleys it. It went off of the head of Manu, who we did start in this match. He put it right in the middle onto the head of Dennis Dressel, but it took less than a minute for us to answer. Derholtz sent it through to Vonner, who put it home, making it 1-1. Rochelt had a tremendous run from our own end, which was denied by the keeper, laid on. Kofi, who came in as a replacement for Lukas Schnellbacher, he had a chance in the 90th minute. His header just went over. We had to settle for just a point, but a point on the road for a team that was expected to be relegated ain't half bad. Then we had the return version of the Südwest Derby against Kaiserslautern. And we got things started 13 minutes in. This match is where we really started to click. We deserved this win. Krall came out trying to grab the ball, but Lukas Schnellbacher got there first, headed home his 5th goal of the year. Rochelt was absolutely fantastic in this match. His 6.9 rating doesn't show it, and we did end up subbing him off later for Bombase Conte, but he was taking his chances. Some fantastic dribbling into the box. He hit the post with that, got another brilliant chance. Stock put it over the top, but he was parried once again. An absolute rocket of a shot, and about a minute later, he fired it across the goal, and it went out wide. In the first half of this match, Kaiserslautern had an XG of 0.04 on 2 shots in the first half. As you see, they did not manage a shot on target. Luka Derholtz did earn himself a red card in the 68th minute, so we were down to 10 men for the final 22 minutes or so, but that did not matter. Warner put us up by 2-0 in the 79th minute on a great pass by Van der Merch, and then Pombase Conte finally got something done for us on that right wing. He picked up where Rochel left off. He went 90 yards through the Kaiserslautern defense to make it 3-0, and then there was a chance for Kaiserslautern to get one back. There was an unlucky bounce off of Yachol that went in. However, they did have a player offside in Chance Simakala. 3-0, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful effort. What changes did we make, you may ask, in the tactic? Well, we made our left wing just a regular winger instead of an inverted winger. We inverted Neubauer, or our left back, whoever that was at the time. We converted Warner into an inside forward, so he's getting a little more play in here. I think he was better for that type of role than Rochelt was, which means we flip-flopped our roles on the defensive side or on the midfield with the ball-winning midfielder now on the left, the Carolero on the right. Now we are going to need to make some changes, and Shaheen is not quite ready to come back. Dernholtz, though, picking up that red card. I don't want to rely on Sickinger, but I think I may have to. Definitely not Sicker. Let's give the start to Patrick Dragon. He has finally come back from his injury. Liancourt is going to be out. I don't trust Correa. He's very upset. He was mad that we didn't find him a loan move. We certainly tried. Just nobody wanted him. So let's go back with Manu. We'll move Yackel over to the left. He's got a bit stronger of a left foot. And finally, Schellbacher getting off the schneid. We need to populate our bench now, however. Let's get Halps in there. We're going to bring in... sorry about that. We are going to bring in... I guess Correa is going to go on the bench. We need a defender there. And I think we are fine other than that. Cisse not ready to go. Me's not quite ready to go. He picked up a knock right as we made that move. So it'll be Christoph Neubauer, Yackel, Manu, and Van der Merch, with Fellhauser moving into the midfield. Dragon next to him. Rochelt and Warner astride of Stock in support of Lukas Schellbacher. And let's see if we can keep the good times rolling. I should have shown you where we were on the table. We'll get to that obviously after this match. The spoiler alert is we are not in the relegation zone, and no matter what happens today, we will not be in the relegation zone, which has really been our story all year, and it makes me very proud to say that that has been the situation. Düsseldorf in the red. We are in our black kits, and Fortuna Düsseldorf controlling things early on in this match. We're keeping our mentality balanced. I feel like moving it around for the away matches just really wasn't working out for us. So just trying to keep things as steady as possible, and I'm really trying to keep the lineup as steady as possible as well. Really only making changes when absolutely necessary. Manu, Dragon, Van der Merch finds Warner up that right wing. Already on a yellow card. Playing it in the middle. Stock with a drive, and Karsten Warner able to get his hands on that and put it behind for a Fortuna Düsseldorf. For an ELVERSBERG corner kick, which basically was not very good by Warner there. He's generally okay with those, but not here. And hopefully that counterattack wasn't going to amount to anything. Possession in the early going, really tilting strong in our favor. I think we've shortened up the passing a little bit over the last few months or so to really focus on keeping possession of the ball. And that leads to more sound defense. And I think that's one of the things that we have absolutely needed to do this whole time, is just be as defensively sure as humanly possible and not let in guys like Johannesson out wide. Jastrzemski dribbles, shoots. Christoph able to make the save. Will be out for a throw-in. Absolutely beautiful chance, and probably the best chance of the match so far, and it went Fortuna Düsseldorf's way. Just a single shot on goal for either side. Van der Merch now picking up a yellow, so we've got to be a little bit careful about our guys getting into foul trouble here. Daffner looking to switch it over. Jastremski, he's working there on Van der Merch. Puts in, oh my God, what a save by Christoph. That back post cross was right on the money, but Christoph up for the challenge. Tanaka looking to send it in. I'd really love to be 0-0 at halftime here. Vonner clearing it away, tracked down by Raimund. Kept in over to Joshua Kvarshi. Raimund, I'm assuming that's Joshua Kvarshi, playing it in. Daffner, and that's unlucky for them. These crosses, we've got to do a better job at defending them. That has been generally pretty good for us. I just realized we've got 4 low knees in the lineup for this match, which means we are going to have a lot of work to do in the summer. And I sincerely hope that we have a very strong class coming out of our academy. We'll find that out hopefully next episode. Stock throws it across. Vonner in. He shoots and he scores. League or team tying 5th goal for Vonner. What a play by Stock. I just felt that development when Stock got it. Kvarshi with a terrible pass. Rochelt playing it forward. Stock taking his time, moving it to his right, finds a cutting. Vonner beats Kostenmeier to his right. Fortuna Düsseldorf 0, Elversberg 1. And what was I saying about going into the half tied 0-0? I'm much happier to be up by a score of 1-0. Pair of changes for Fortuna Düsseldorf to start off this second half, and we are on the roll that we need to be. Now, Düsseldorf has had some opportunities. Johansson getting it. Jakob knocking it away. It finally comes back to Johannesson, finding Raymond. Neubauer. What on earth? That was a clean tackle. Oh, Raymond was offside. It was a clean tackle. I saw the play stop, and I started to panic for a second. But then the flag from the assistant did go up. 4-3 shots in favor of Elversberg. XG is like right on top of each other. Momentum seems to be pretty solid. Oh, Johannesson all alone. But Christoph is up to the task. Oh, we've got to get better at marking Johannesson. In fact, let's make sure that we do that. Where's trigger the press? No, tighter marking. Yes, we've got to get him on there. He'll take the corner. 55th minute. Looking back post. Can't find Devise. Mustafa can't keep it in. Played forward. Bolair along the byline. Back looking for Kvarshi. Taken out by Rochelle. Suso on Sima Suso. Of course, his first goal of the season. You've got to be joking me. Fortuna Düsseldorf able to equalize this one at 1. I thought we had it cleared. I thought we might get it back after Rochelle knocked Kvarshi out, but that just left Suso open. And Suso, through all of the bodies, just throws it in on goal. And that was just unlucky. So far, possession is kind of evened out. I think that things are really starting to tilt in Fortuna Düsseldorf's way, so we may need to make some changes. First one's going to be Schellbacher. He's just not doing anything. All of my guys are anxious or apprehensive. What's worse, anxious or apprehensive? Let's get Kevin Coffey out there. Rochelt's going to stay there. Fellhauer's not having a great match in the midfield. Yannick Haupts is going to go out there. I think we may get Shaheen in there as well for like the final 15-20 minutes of this match. Kvarshi dropping it down. Raimund looking back post. Drop down. Oh, Bolair's wide open. It hits the post and we clear it. Oh my goodness. How did he miss that opportunity? He had a day and a half to take that shot and he still could not find the target. Let's bring Dragon out, and Samisha here. Shaheen, is coming in. He's been out for the last couple of weeks. Hasn't had an opportunity to feature. This is going to be his first action since before Christmas. Johannesson putting it in. Jakob clearing it. Halps can't get there in front of Raymond. Johannesson, Bolair plays it deep. Raymond, Johannesson. Come on. Jakob, great clearance, but it's right at Bunk. Suso almost had a second, but Christoph denies him. No more important save than that to keep this match tied at 1. Johannesson with the outswinger. looking to send it deep. Christoph comes off his line and says, look, dude, I'm just doing this myself. Fortuna Düsseldorf, with the last 7 shots of this match in a row. I'm not going to change the mentality at all. I'm not going to really mess with anything. I think we're going to take off, regroup. It's again, something I just happen to do. And we're going to move our defensive line just a touch higher. And we'll let them cross it in. I'd rather deal with the crosses, because I think by the way that we've been playing, by trying to prevent the crosses, we just inviting them to take even more. Kastenmeier looking to send it long. About 5 minutes remaining to go. Shaheen, wins it. Vonner finds Kofi. Kofi, can he get behind the defense? Not really. He takes a shot from the edge of the box. I mean, good dribbling. Good way to keep it up. Really didn't have a lot of support around him. Took the shot. He probably should have held on for either a higher percentage opportunity or waited for some assistance. Halps has men around him. Gets it to Jakel, throwing it toward Vonner, but Gavri knocks it down. Johannesson, so dangerous. Playing it forward. Mustafa. Bunk. Watch out, Johannesson. Come on. I told you to watch out for Johannesson. He chipped the keeper and hit the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. We have gotten so lucky, and Fortuna Düsseldorf is kind of getting mugged right now, because it has been all Düsseldorf in the second half. Long throwing. Jakel looks to clear it. Rochelle can't win the second header. Jastrzemski across, and they're going to call a penalty. Are you joking me? 2.5 minutes left. VAR's checking. They're going to award it. You know they're awarding it. They've awarded it. Unbelievable. I honestly thought that we were going to get out of this one with the point. Mustafa. Oh, Christoph. Thank you, God. Christoph has been absolutely fantastic in this match. He just went from a 7-1 to an 8-2 after he saved that penalty. Cleared away. Rochelle's going to get there first. We haven't had we've had 2 shots on goal this entire second half. Vonner putting us ahead was the best thing that could have happened to us right before halftime. And Fortuna Düsseldorf is going to get a corner opportunity in the waning moments. We are still tied at 1. Johannesson sends it in. Jakel looks to clear. It's played. Mustafa scores. Are you joking? Oh my God, you've got to be joking me. I cannot believe this. I mean, fair play. Fortuna Düsseldorf deserved a second goal, but not like this, man. Not like this. Oh, that's just brutal. That is absolutely brutal. I mean, I'd go very attacking here, but it doesn't really matter. Vonner careless with it, and there's full time. Fortuna Düsseldorf 2, ELVERSBERG 1, and we had a great first half. We held on during that second half, but ultimately, in the end, it wasn't enough. Teams around us have a game in hand. We got 23 points through 21 matches, currently sitting 12th, 6 points out of the promotion relegation spot, 7 points out of the relegation zone. Basically where we've been the whole time. That win over Kaiserslautern put us in 12th and knocked them down to 13th. I guess we played as well as we possibly could. I was hoping to get string 2 wins together, or at least points in 4 in a row, but it sadly was not meant to be. Osnabrück at home is coming up next. We're going to come back as we take on Braunschweig on the road at the end of the month of March. We should have our youth intake by then, and we will know the direction of this club moving forward. Hopefully, I mean, it looks like things are looking pretty good for us to spend another year in the Zweite Bundesliga. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, or if you just haven't done so already, and come on back for more next time. Until then, bye-bye.